Okay, it's day 7 and we have arrived at the Lake Louise Park and Rides. We're gonna go see the beautiful lakes of Banff today, and there's so much people that go there that you need to take a shuttle there nowadays. So we're just waiting to check in for a shuttle time to get over there. Okay, gotta climb this rock pile. Stairs. Oh wow, insane. Oh baby, look at that.
We're here. Oh mama, wedding pictures of goosebumps. I am so excited we are finally here. So we are at the top of the rock pile at Moraine Lake, and this morning has just been a dream. The first time we came here was a nightmare. We had no idea what we were doing and it was so stressful, but today we knew what to expect. We got on our Parks Canada shuttle. Everything was great. I've seen this before and I'm still shocked at how blue it is. And the sun isn't even out and it's still bright blue. It's so awesome.
Okay, this is called the Valley of the 10 Peaks. So let's count the peaks here. We've got 1. I don't know if we're counting that, but I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 peaks. So maybe that is one over here, do you think?
Or maybe it's that one.
Cheryl thinks maybe it could be the one just on the opposite of us, and that's possible too. So the Valley of the 10 Peaks right there. Behind me you can see the rock pile where we were just standing to overlook the lake, and the question is, how did the rocks get there? How did that rock pile form? And one theory is that there was a massive avalanche slash rock slide that came down the hill. The rocks fell onto the glacier and the glacier piggybacked it over here, then melted and receded and just left this big pile of rocks here that they actually call the rock pile. You can canoe on Moraine Lake, but the rentals weren't in operation at the time that we were there. So we just decided to take a walk down the shoreline, and it was insanely beautiful and colorful.
See the sun rays coming down, and then as it hits the water pops with even more blue color. It's such a pretty time of day.
This green moss-covered hillside. At the end of the lake is this gorgeous mountain stream flowing into the lake, and we just sat here and experienced the sights and sounds of nature for quite a while. Okay, so you can see here as the stream comes in, it's pretty opaque right here. The color's just a little different. But then as it kind of disperses a little bit, it gets out there and then just really gives it that incredibly turquoise color. It's wild. We did Moraine Lake.
Oh, we did Moraine Lake properly this time. Oh, it was so good. I loved walking along the shore trail. That was just magical, and watching the sun come out.
That was a little slice of heaven for me. About 8 miles away from Moraine Lake is Lake Louise. It's about a 30-minute shuttle ride between the lakes. This spectacular lake is also ridiculously blue and a slightly different shade of turquoise. The lake was named after Princess Louise Alberta, a daughter of Queen Victoria. The province of Alberta is also named after her. Both of these lakes are about 2 kilometers or a little over a mile long. Their colors are due to the glaciers above. The glaciers literally grind the rock underneath them into a fine flour. Meltwater then carries the flour into the lakes, which reflects the sun's rays in a way that brings out the blue colors. We saw this at Grinnell Lake at Glacier National Park earlier, Moraine Lake earlier this morning, and now Lake Louise. Okay, perfect shot of the colors here. You got the yellow in front of us, the blue lake, green mountainside, and a white glacier. Now, we're gonna explore this lake in 3 different ways. First, we're walking to the back of this lake, and from here, we can look back to see the Chateau Lake Louise sitting at the head of the lake. This chateau was built by the Canadian Pacific Railway and is as fancy as the Banff Springs Hotel. Moraine Lake has the better ending, right?
Yes, but one thing I do like about this trail is that Lake Louise is more crowded than Moraine Lake, and so it doesn't give you solitude, but it gets you less crowds. And I like Lake Louise because you can see glaciers really well from here.
Yeah, the views into the mountains from here are better actually. Next, we're hiking up the mountainside to see another lake. This hike is 2 miles and is quite steep. It was mostly forested, but it did have occasional glimpses of Lake Louise below, the mountain peaks above, and the Bow Valley out in the distance. It was a butt kicker, and halfway up I learned I could have done this on a horse, which was salt in the wound for me. After seeing this very cool waterfall, we finally reached the gorgeous Lake Agnes. This cozy lake has a green tint to the water, and next to it is the fascinating Lake Agnes Tea House. This tea house was built in 1901 as a refuge for hikers and is known as the oldest tea house in Canada. There is no electricity at the tea house. Dry goods are flown in annually by helicopter, and each day the workers carry fresh food supplies as they hike up the mountainside to work.
I was talking to the waitress and I noticed a sign on the door that said, "No ice, no electricity." I've got me a peach lemonade right here. You notice there's no ice in it. And it's because there's no electricity here and there's no running water. And I asked her, I'm like, how do you get everything up here? And she said, we carry it. We carry all the perishable things up here, like the bread and the cucumbers and things like that. And then about 4 or 5 times a year, a helicopter comes up here and drops off the rest of the supplies. It is unbelievable to me.
I thought that hike was a crime against humanity. I thought this is the worst thing ever. But once we got up here, you can see the lake is really, really gorgeous. And I think it's just super, super beautiful. And then the tea house is really charming, like a lot more so than I thought. And then just to learn about like what they go through and how they have to hike up here and they stay here for 4 or 5 days working and sleeping, and then they hike back down. So that's like their shift. And so that is pretty wild. And they have a sign out there that says that they need help taking garbage out. So she's checking right now, but we may end up carrying a bag of garbage down to the bottom for them. So very charming little spot. Okay, we're now here at the boat dock, looking to do canoe rental. Get out on the lake for a little bit. Perhaps the most iconic thing to do at Lake Louise is to paddle on the lake in a red canoe. The boathouse is run by the chateau, and for the low, low price of 180 Canadian dollars, you can get out onto the water in one of these red canoes for about 30 to 60 minutes. All right, you pumped?
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
These red canoes have become part of the identity of Lake Louise. Unlike Glacier's red buses, I don't think there is any particular meaning to the color red, but it matches the Canadian flag and perfectly pops on the blue lake. Canoeing provides a way to get some different views from the lake and a more intimate experience with the colorful water. You don't want to tip over in one of these because the water here is 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit. The only motorboat allowed on the lake is the rescue boat in case you fall in. The worker told us that happens about once a week.
This is more amazing than I thought it would be. I kind of thought once we got out here, I'd be like, oh, we're on a canoe. but like this water is so beautiful and the sun is just sparkling on the lake and this is just heavenly. 30 minutes to paddle to the end of the lake and 30 minutes back, and our rental's for an hour. I love this.
Reminds me of Jenny Lake when we were newlyweds.
Oh, yeah.
I think, as Linda would say, we did Lake Louise properly.
I would say perfect 10. Perfect day on Lake Louise. It is autumn. It's probably 65 degrees right now. Gorgeous. I mean, and we got to do everything. We climbed the rock pile. We saw the awesome views of Moraine Lake. We got to walk along the lake fronts of both of the lakes. Both of them were gorgeous. We did the trek up to Lake Agnes Tea House, got something yummy to eat with amazing views, and then ended the day with this. We have topped out. We've done the best canoe ride we'll ever do in our lives. We don't have much to look forward to after this.
I think we might have topped out in life.
I know.
It's like the perfect day.
It is the perfect day.
Just wish our kids was with us. That would be the only thing, huh?
Yeah, and our parents.
Yeah.